All Points Bulletin Reloaded, GTA Online before GTA Online was even a thing. An MMORPG-esque sandbox game which helped coin the pay-to-win genre, a game that has a player base of under 1,000 and cost over $100 million to create. In 2009, Real-Time Worlds produced All Points Bulletin before going bust a few months later. They made the original Crackdown, a game you might remember from the demo days on Xbox 360, if you're that old anyway. It was bought by K2 Networks and modelled into a free-to-play game. As a player who has played the game since it went free to play, I've amassed around 2,000 hours on the game. I will be going over what the game is about, how it is played, what to expect, and its current state in 2024. One of APB's main appeals comes from the customization. It may have one of the best customization features from any game I've ever played. All customization can be found in the Breakwater Marina, otherwise known as Social. Like many other games, you can customize your character visually with their weight, height, hair, features, etc, etc. However, this is in depth compared to the other game. Where APB really shines is from its symbol creation, clothing creator and music maker. The symbol creator gives you a blank square grid and 100 layers of shapes. The amount of designs that can be created out of this are incredible. Real life looking pictures can be created by manipulating these shapes. These can then be applied as tattoos, on cars, as emblems, and on your character's clothing. Outfits also can be very unique, with players looking vastly different due to the amount of choice of clothing items. Most impressive of all is its very unique music maker. Themes are a big part of APB, as when a player is killed by you, they hear your tune.
It's one shot. Well, not just shot, but so we can use it's one shot.
These are often some of the most sought after items on the market, as tunes can be unique to a player. You can see that the music maker allows you to choose different instruments and layer tracks. Full songs can also be created, which can be played in the radio of your car for other players to hear. A lot of players can just spend countless hours in Social, as the customization offers a completely different angle on the game. This section is dedicated to core game mechanics. This includes missions, movement, weapons, modifications, leveling and the threat system. At the start of the game, you are given the choice of either starting as a criminal or an enforcer. You are hard stuck at this faction, so you have to choose kind of wisely, especially if you're playing with friends. On this character, I am playing as a criminal. To rank your way up, you have to level up contacts in either district, financial or waterfront. These contacts are NPCs that give out missions of various nature, which are either attack or defense. These missions are spread throughout the district and happen around you in real time, something that is quite specific to APB. These missions usually include early stages, which are normally involved in picking up some sort of package and dropping them off. These items could include a car, heavy item, light item or holdables. There is then a final stage, which could be holding points, holding graffiti tags, team deathmatch, holding packages or a VIP stage. Once you've completed a mission, you'll be rewarded with money and standing. Standing helps you rank up. Money is used to buy the majority of items your player uses in the game. The rank goes from trainer to 255. You also have a skill level assigned to you, which goes from green to bronze to silver to gold, which helps with matchmaking. Although green is almost impossible to get and most people will just sit at the silver gold borderline. The weapons in APB Reloaded include submachine guns, assault rifles, shotguns, snipers and explosives. You can get them in three main ways: by renting them from contacts with in-game cash, using Joker tickets to buy the weapons in Social, or buying from the Armors marketplace with real money. This is where the pay to win aspect comes in for the game, as Armors guns aren't necessarily better, but are often way easier to obtain than buying guns off contacts. You can rent guns off contacts, but this is maximum to a 10-day period, although you can keep buying it over and over and over again. The grind to get top tier guns, like a 3-slot weapon for modifications, requires over 10,000 kills in one weapon class. The amount of kills that takes is ridiculous. I haven't even reached that on some of my characters who have over 25 days gameplay, and that's only in one class. You'd need 10,000 kills with a assault rifle, for instance, to get the 3-slot weapon. This is the only way if you don't spend real money or use Joker tickets. Joker tickets offer kind of a middle ground between Armus and real grinding, as you can get Joker tickets by playing events or just passively throughout the game. However, this is still a long grind and you can't even get some of the weapons you can get on the Armus marketplace. My personal favourite weapons that I recommend for the shotgun is JG, the submachine gun is the PMG, the assault rifle is the NTech, the long range rifle, marksman rifle is the Obir, the sniper is the Scout, and for a sidearm is the Colby 45. There are also legendary weapons that are obtainable out of mystery boxes that you get from spending money on the Armus store, and also you can rent them for Joker tickets. You can also buy these off the marketplace, but they are some of the most pricey items on the game. Modifications and equipment are a big part of APB, as they help improve the stats of not only your weapons but also your character and vehicles. They are mostly leveled and go from level 1 to level 2 to level 3. We have character mods, vehicle mods, weapon mods, mission equipment and extra consumables. Starting with character mods, which include green, blue and orange. Green mods generally improve some sort of health modification. Blue mods either affect falling or grant an ability. Orange mods are for special equipment. As a new player, I recommend focusing on getting Clotting Agent 3, Happy Landings 3 and Ammo Carrier. These are the main character mods used by most players, and I believe they can be used at rank 40. You can either purchase these from the market or unlock them from characters, but you'll probably end up buying them from the market as it takes a long time to get these from the characters. You will eventually unlock these all from the contacts for free. Weapon mods are wide ranging and can change a weapon drastically. These are categorized by blue, red, purple and oranges. You can have up to 3 mods on a gun, and they must all be from a different colour. Red mods alter the gun's projectiles, such as speed, velocity and spread. Blue mods affect the ammo of the gun. Purple mods modify the mobility or provide a tagger. Orange mods can change the reticle zoom, and mods are just very important for guns and affect how you play. An example of a meta setup for one of the most used guns, the NTech, includes improved rifling, hunting sight and 3-point sling. I have these mods at the max level of 3, as these are the highest level and provide the most modification. I recommend playing and observing what mods good players are using on their guns. Higher levels of these mods are obtained by getting kills with certain classes, similar to how you unlock open slot weapons. So it's a long grind, so you'll end up buying these off the market. Car mods also change how your car performs. The mods are categorized by blue, red, purple, orange and green. Honestly, many of these mods are categorized randomly, so I'm not going to go through them. I would not put too much thought into them until you find your playstyle, but I recommend at least having car spawner, which helps get closer spawns during missions. I will show a list of these mods now, but I run the 4x4 Vegas Gumshoe, probably one of the best cars in the game, which comes pre-built with modifications. This is purchased off the Armus marketplace. On this car I have a car spawner, nitro, fast fix chassis and fireproofing. We also have mission equipment, which allows for faster objective taking. I recommend buying a few of these off the market as they take a very long time to unlock. These are obtained by completing many objectives with the specific tool. They're actually really good. A lot of players kind of skip over this, so I'd recommend getting these. Finally, we have extra consumables that can be bought from the Joker shop in social. Honestly, you're better off not buying them at a low rank as they cost quite a lot, but the best out of these are probably epinephrine, med spray and mobile shield. Even though the movement mechanic isn't a staple point of this game, I still wanted to go over it. As you play the game more and more, you realise that you can become faster at moving. Areas are often mainly accessed through either kicking down doors or grappling over fences. When carrying out these movements, you are pretty much defenseless. This can be avoided by air kicking doors to avoid being shot by other players and using your environment to jump over fences. Crouching is also a very useful way to avoid detection from enemies or while peeking in a fight. Leaning is also a major part of APB. It can make your hitbox smaller when you lean around a corner. As this game is in third person, it also has a switching shoulder mechanic, which is used during a lot of fights. You will be changing shoulder when you want to focus on the left and to the right. I have this bound to one of my side mouse buttons as you'll be pressing it quite often. Cars are also a key point of this game. The starter car, a machined Calabria, is very slow and can be damaged to critical easily. I recommend the Vegas 4x4, but I understand this is a pay to win vehicle and it costs real money. So if you don't want to go with that, I would recommend buying a Hanveo Koi Wolf off the market. You'll be travelling to objectives using your car, so it's beneficial for it to be fast and durable. You can also shoot guns hanging out of the car, which provide an easy way to get kills. Fighting in cars is often quite a unique experience and offer a different aspect to the game instead of running around and shooting on the floor. Cars are also used to transport items during missions, which are used throughout all stages. For instance, a main final stage is called a scavenger mission. This is where each team has a base that has to hold packages to gain points. You fight over these packages and transport them using cars. You often have people surfing on top of the cars, using rocket launchers, using heavy machine guns to shoot at other cars. It often creates quite a chaotic environment. APB has been dying in recent times. In the last year, the player base has hit all-time lows. The game has received updates in this time with regular posts from the current owner Little Orbit. However, the team is small and has struggled to put out any updates that have had a major impact to the game's player base. A promise of an engine update that would fix performance issues fell through after playtests a couple years ago. Look, I do not blame Little Orbit for this, as they acquired the game in a pretty poor state. However, there is hope with a new update being released shortly, which may be the biggest we have seen in the past 5 to 6 years. APB 1.31 New Horizons is releasing, which comes with a rank cap increase with new characters to level up, balancing to the current modifications, new weapon modifications, weapon balancing, and old weapons that can now be unlocked from characters. One of the main features I was impressed by is the modification balancing, which lowers the rank cap that is on some high level modifications. This can help balance it out for new players that are coming into the game. For the most part, the community in APB is pretty good. It has some toxic traits like most communities do, such as cheating can be pretty rife, but they are bringing in anti-cheat with the new update. There is a config editing scene, as the game can be heavily edited to allow for clearer cut graphics. Just look at my game compared to the default. It definitely looks to be potatofied with a stretched resolution, but definitely visually clearer. This has been achieved by the hard work carried out by Flaws on his config. There are also other players that have contributed to this work. I will leave the link to the GitHub below so you can check it out for yourself. I hope this video showed you what APB is like and how it is played. I do hope it will get a few of you watching to download and try it for yourselves, if you aren't already a player. It is a game that has slowly been dying, but I do believe Little Orbit are trying to change that with the hopes of the New Horizon update breathing some life back into it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later.